These guys have been around for about 5 years now. I was lucky enough to first meet them a year ago when they won the Mercedes-Benz Upstart competition, a startup competition, Upstarts for sure. And I was just blown away by their level of sophistication, as I'm sure you'll all agree. I want it, every last piece. Please bring them on out here. That's Jose and Simon. Come on out. Oh, boy, I am so impressed with you. This collection was just superb, and I know that a lot of you are on side with me because we couldn't believe the sophistication of the cuts and the fabrications and just the way things hung and fell and the sleekness of it all. Did this take you a real effort? I mean, I'm sure different seasons require a different amount of labor and love. What about this one?
Well, last season we started on a mission to understand where fashion comes from. So we've watched a lot of documentaries about the history of court life and kings and queens of France and England and the intrigue and everything that happened in the court life. And then we went further back and we decided to go to Egypt.
It's really about the power dressing, but the original. And what's better than a pharaoh for power dressing, right?
And so the collection has been done for a while now, but what we presented today, we added several looks, and throughout everything that we listened to, we found out that the Egyptians thought that gold was the flesh of the gods. So we were like, this is so romantic. So we decided last minute to start making gold pieces for you guys.
And literally at the last minute, you said you were up last night, actually crafting these pieces yourselves?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously there's still a lot of crazy passion there for you and miles more to explore. But there is a certain level of sophistication here. I return to that once again because we don't see that very often in fairly young labels, and you're still a fairly young label. I mean, how do you explain that? I know that the great Denis Gagnon mentored you for a while. I'm sure you learned a lot from him.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're sponges, we absorb everything, and we aim very high. So, for us, we would like eventually to do couture, but made in Canada,
And also, for us, it's about sophistication, yes, but timeless. So, because everything is made in Canada, everything has, it's not cheap. So we really try to think the pieces so that when people invest in them, they can rewear them in 5 years, and so that's why we try to elevate and sophisticate.
And also, when we do a show, the theatrics are sky high, but if you actually come and look at the pieces, you'll find out that everything is very wearable, it fits well, it's very forgiving, and it's not for just the glamazons, it's also for everyday women.
Very evident to me as a real woman watching that. I could actually see myself in many of those pieces, and I'm sure a lot of other people who are dreaming on that level could too. You say everything's made in Canada, and why is that so important to you to keep all the production here in this country?
Canada was a great force in fashion and producing fashion, and in the 80s we lost everything. And so to us, it's really important to keep the quality and to keep the vision as close to what we believe it should be, to keep it home,
Yeah, and we like to know personally who is making the pieces and to really have control and quality and all of that. So
obviously, the two of you, walk the line between great artisans, artists, visionaries, and business people. I mean, you really know what you're doing to have gotten the brand this far. Which hat do you relish wearing more?
Oh, well, the creative one, for sure, yeah.
Yes. But we're not, we're very well surrounded. Our agent, Elsa Rea, is here, and she's been an angel. She's been really an amazing woman in our lives. And we've got a friend also in Montreal that does all our production for us. Her name is Chantal, and she has Les Ateliers Façon. And the level of workmanship is extraordinary. And she's been, it's not only the two of us. It's like very, very good professionals that love us and that support us. So it's a family thing, Untitled.
One wonderful thing that I think these couple of days has done is brought designers together from Quebec and from Ontario, and that's something that we've longed for a long time. There's been that kind of a rift that is a little uncomfortable. How do you see it? How do you see the vibe in Quebec as opposed to the vibe in Ontario for creation, for production, for business, for support?
I don't like to, continue in that the two solitudes kind of thing. I think that's kind of passé. I think that there's room for so much more people in fashion and Canadian fashion for sure, and there shouldn't be this competition thing. Like, I mean, we do our thing and the other ones do their things, and it's just, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate the women.
Celebrate. We design for the world. We don't think only Canada and only Montreal. It's so small-minded. Let's think about the universe. Let's try to address the whole world,
Well, I just can't wait to see more and more people getting turned on to Untitled, because I think this is a wonderful way to celebrate the amazing talent that we have in this country. Thank you so much, Jose and Simon, and Untitled. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back.